Hello, hello, and welcome to I'll Sip to That. I am your girl, Shannon
And
Shannon.
this is your girl, Jess of Harlem. What's up,
What's what's
sippers?
up, sippers? It's just the two of us here today. And we're ready to sip. We have so much to talk about, so much to go over because there's so much happening in the world.
Yes, it
Let me
is.
fix these lashes
And
real
it's
quick.
actually scary. Like, I've just seen so many stories. And you don't want to wake up to bad news every day. But guess what? That's what we're living in. So let's,
Absolutely.
face reality and try to just tackle these things because it is what's in front of us on a
Yes,
daily.
absolutely. And that's where we're at. That's where the state of our world is. It's unfortunate. Um, we just have to basically just stay prayed up and just, take advantage of God's grace that He gives to us daily.
And I'm going to stick to that.
Yes, that's definitely sip worthy. And all you can do is just ride this thing out because none of us know when our last day is. No one know when our number is up. No one knows. So you just have to live your life.
You have to live your best life
your
because I'm big on
I'm
YOLO.
definitely
Like
gonna
I
sip
am
to that.
so big on if I gotta leave to live my best life, I will. Like at
Right.
all costs, I'm protecting my happiness, my mental space, my peace. Like that's all that matters right now. With everything
Absolutely.
that's going on, you really gotta focus on you.
Yes, yes.
You really have to focus on you and get your headspace together so you're not walking in schools doing crazy things.
I will definitely sip to that. Definitely sip to that. And this is not mental health month, but I think every month is mental health
It
month.
is.
It's not deemed for one month.
It's
Everybody out here that needs help, if you know someone that you think need help, either you try to assist them or you lead them into the right direction to where they can go
Right.
to seek help. You can't ignore the signs.
You cannot.
You can't even pass it off anymore that, oh, that's just so and so, or that's just how they are.
Not
No,
that
no,
they're
no.
just joking.
Not today.
Not that she's always crazy.
Right.
Don't pass it off like that because you don't know what somebody's dealing with and what they're going through.
Amen.
And I'm gonna find the phone number for you guys, but I just want you to get a pen and paper if you need to, so that you can provide this number to a loved one because this it was last month, but like she said, it's an everyday thing. There is no time on when somebody's going to snap. And if you know someone who is ever in a crisis or needs any kind of assistance, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. And I know everybody's like, whoa, why'd you just jump to suicide? You may not want to kill yourself, but Google some reputable resources to actually get help for your mental space.
Yes.
Because no matter what you're going through, it's some help out there.
Absolutely.
Look for some therapy.
Absolutely. And with things, the way things are going on right now, everybody's temperature is, steadily rising because things are just being so effective, which we're going to get into that a little later in the show. But just like Jazz Harlem said, find those resources, call for help. And I even wish our government offered something more that they can offer to people who are experiencing mental health, who cannot afford mental health treatment.
Right.
Like that's where the money needs to go right now. We're sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine, and I don't know the story behind all that and what kind of hands y'all washing together, as far as y'all allegiance, but take care of home first.
Right.
Period. Because we got a lot of things going on here. And one of those things that I want to let y'all know is how you doing. Yes, our girl Wendy Williams, her last episode of her show airs tomorrow, and I hate to see this go. I really, really do. A lot of people don't like what Wendy, they always got something to say about her, but I can tell y'all this. That's her job.
Right.
That was her job. She was here to spread the gossip. This is what she got paid to do. She brought a lot of y'all to tea because a lot of things you wouldn't have known unless you got it from Wendy. So don't act like, you mad at her because she did what she did. This is what she got paid for. This was her job. And obviously, if she pissed you off that much, she did it well.
She did.
So,
I hate to see her go, but I am happy for her. Like she's almost in and I don't want to age her, she's almost like where she can just rest now. She doesn't have to deal with the publicity. She doesn't have to deal with people in her affairs of her personal life. Not so much.
Okay.
I mean, as far I'm taking it back to not even just Kevin or her son. Just, with her dating just one guy she's in a cab with, everybody has something to say, or people are going to talk regardless.
Absolutely.
But now she can kind of chill and like be behind the curtain, like one of those celebrities that don't always have to have attention. She can just like kind of live her life now.
Hopefully, because everyone's saying that she is mentally ill,
right?
You know, not just physically. And she may, because I don't think she ever recovered from what happened with Big Kev, you know, and that whole, you know,
she should have called me. I would have taken care of it.
I would have helped her too. I would have told her how to handle it. But
not writing a book about how to kill your husband.
No, definitely not that. Definitely not that.
We are meeting at Starbucks with no mics, no cameras. I'm stripping you down. I need to see your bra and nothing on you. And I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna handle Kevin.
Yes, but you know, I just think all of that on top of, you know, who she was, on top of her illness, on top of her mom passing away, on top of her and her brother not getting along. I think it took her back to substance abuse. I really do. And then it just spiraled out of control and she just couldn't catch it. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but we wish you nothing but the best, Wendy. I truly enjoyed your show. I couldn't wait, you know, when I was off work and I was able to catch that show. You know,
I never seen it. I saw the episode when she went like this and kind of went back, but
that was Halloween.
I never seen it, but I still do like Wendy. I tried to watch the movie on Lifetime and I got little clips and things, but I mean, I just didn't want the best for you, Wendy.
Well, kudos to you, Wendy. But as Wendy is going out, Jennifer Hudson is moving in.
Yes, J Hud. Kudos.
I am actually going to use my handy dandy sip to that paddle, and I'm going to give that a thumbs down.
Why? You're a hater.
It's not hateration. I just cannot see Jennifer Hudson as a talk show host.
Why?
I just don't think she has what it takes.
Well, we're gonna give her a chance. You need to be there.
Okay, but let me just explain why I don't give a sip. I don't give a sip because again, I think she is just, you know, set for being a singer. That's your position. The way she, you know, the way she speaks, the way she talks, it's kind of like hard to me. Like she has this like, you know,
she's from Chicago. She's not from Alabama.
I understand that, but I don't think she is talk show relatable. And I don't think that she would make a good host. It's nothing against her personally. I just don't think that would fit her. Prove me wrong, Jennifer. Prove me wrong. But I'm just saying, I can't see it. And I really can't.
If you want to make donations to Sip to That, send them to Jassa Harlem because you ain't got to worry about her. I support you. I mean, I don't. Disagree, of course. I mean, you don't move me one way or the other, but I would like to just watch an episode and see how it goes because we really don't know you outside of seeing or being, you know, the wrestler's wife or what have you, and the situation with your brother, but. I mean, I'm excited to watch just one episode if I get a chance to and see how it goes.
Well, we look forward to it. It's premiering September the 12th. So in the fall, here comes Jennifer Hudson's to a TV tube near you. So you guys stay tuned. And once it premieres, we want to know whether or not you give a sip. Let us know how that works for you. But I'm rooting for her. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, say I want it to flop because I definitely wouldn't want it to flop.
Sometimes
show that. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
I don't want her to flop, but I just can't see her in that position.
Well, Shannon, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Is Virginia for lovers or is it for savers or for neither or both?
You know, I always wondered where that slogan came from, that Virginia was for lovers. I don't know, maybe it's the beaches, you know, it could be those things that make it really, really relatable to walk on a beach, hold hands, maybe cute. Those things. But I don't think it's for lovers. I don't think it's for non-handlers. I don't think it's for people who can't make it out here on their own, because Virginia is a tough state to live in. People say if you can live in New York, you can make it anywhere. Scratch that. If you can live in Virginia, you can live anywhere. The Seriously. Taxes are crazy. This is a pay your way state. We are a Commonwealth. So you pay for everything, and everything is high. The houses, the groceries, everything is high here. So, no, I don't necessarily think it's for lovers, but I think you could turn any place you live into as a love cave. And I don't care where you live at. If you make it about your love and how you want to express it, I think that place will be your love spot. Absolutely. What about you?
Well, let me just dive into the facts because, you know, I like to become a scholarly lady. I mean, Virginia, in order to live comfortably in Virginia, You need a salary of at least $26,631 if you have
nothing.
no kids, right?
Okay.
If you are an adult with 2 kids, you need about 61,000. Do you see that $40,000? So you're telling me I need 20,000 a piece for 2 kids.
Wow.
In essence. I mean, your kids need to start working at 9 because they're not going to make it out here, and that's how much it costs to live. Now, I went into just the groceries. You got to feed these little boogers, okay? The study found that national average groceries for a Virginian is $355.50
a week. Because it ain't no month.
A month.
There's no way that's a month.
That's a month.
No way.
Tamika, if you got Snap, hit me up. 757. No, can't do that. I'm in desperate need. Now, all of these increases that we see has been an 8.6% over in the past year since 2021. And guess what? It's not going down.
It's not.
We are at the beginning of a recession, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, unfortunately.
Don't listen to anything that either party said. We are in the beginning of a recession. Chicken is about $20 to $30. Forget having ribs. You know what? All summer we will eat tuna sandwiches, and I'll make sure I get the good bread. Listen, rent, average median for rent says $1,280. I don't think that. I would say 13 or 14.
Let's go a little bit higher than that.
A lot higher than that.
Yes.
And the most expensive city is Richmond. They rank number 9 out of the 50 states.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about living in Richmond, think twice. And then, of course, we don't want to consider good old California or Texas. We're good on them.
Right.
But yeah, definitely just weigh your options before making trips because it's getting high out here.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I was watching, you know what? Good Morning America this morning.
I know what.
And they did mention about the recession and that we're actually going into a recession.
Right.
And it's going to last probably the next 2 years. They're counting 2024 as when we possibly will be coming out of this recession.
Wow.
There's so many things that are going to be affected by this, you guys. I don't even think that you clearly understand or know. Let's first start with mortgages, where in January they were only 3%. They will double by the end of this month, double to 6%, which means if you were to, let's just say, buy a house now or right before, well, I would say now, if you qualify for a $400 and something thousand home, by the time this increase hits, you will now only qualify for a $300 and something thousand house for the same income that you would have for the $400 and something thousand house. Case means that this is not the time to buy. I'm sorry, I will not. And then the down payments are ridiculous. Yep. You're paying between $9,000 to $10,000 on a house that they clearly know that you probably cannot afford, but you're going to get it maybe because they need to sell.
Right.
So, and they're making it hard, but people that are desperate are actually, doing what they feel like they need to do because the houses are available.
Don't be desperate.
This is not the time to be desperate.
I say take your time with everything because we don't know what's going to happen from A to Z. And I mean, if this is planning to go until 2024, you got nothing but time.
Hopefully.
If you make it out here.
Yeah, if you make it out here.
We're out here living in a what's that movie? The Maze Runner, whatever it's called, where you got to try to survive to the end.
Not sure.
Okay, I've never seen it, but I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a rat race out here, and I wouldn't be in any rush to just do anything, just out of the extraordinary right now, because traveling is unsafe. Going to the store is unsafe. Amusement parks are unsafe. I mean, goddamn, school is unsafe. I really don't even know what to call this country anymore besides what I called it like a week ago, and I got in trouble by my mom. But
don't say
it. I would just say hold on to your coins because you don't know what's to come.
Yeah, and that was another discussion that was on the news today. They were saying that we need to start training our minds to start getting what we need versus what we want.
Right.
And I so agree with that. And I am myself going to practice that because I'm good for just picking up stuff just because I want to have it. It's not a need. So I need to start focusing on my needs because we never know the day that will come when we need those extra coins that we just spent on some unnecessary item or some unnecessary trip. I'm even feeling different about vacationing. I'm getting to a point where I don't even care anymore. Lord willing, after I do these last 2 trips, you know, I could care, well, because they're already booked and paid for.
Right.
So
Agreed.
I really don't even care at this point, because it's just getting to be routine. I've been to the islands. It's all the same. You know, and
I do feel the same way.
Yeah,
I
want to start doing local stuff and doing maybe just doing different things right here in the state. I don't visit a lot of states because I've always wanted to go out the country, but you know, and then maybe I might even rethink that, because you just never know what you're running into going to visit these different places, because the temperature out here, and I ain't talking about the actual temperature. I'm talking about the temperature of these people out here are crazy. You just don't understand who's who. I told y'all, I think a couple of weeks ago, everybody's looking suspect to me. Not just these kids with hoods on in 90-degree weather. Everyone is starting to be suspect. When they walk in, they walk past me, they, you know, say hi. I just don't know how to take them. Hi to you. I don't even want them saying hi. I just don't, because I don't know what that hi is going to lead up to. Yeah. Give me your money, give me something. Right. You know, and it's just a scary time that we're in, and that leads us right to the next scary thing, which is gas prices. Gas prices. Oh my gosh.
So I'm just gonna quiz you really quickly. What state do you think ranked the highest for the most expensive gas?
I would say California.
It is California. They're over $6.40. And then guess what state is the least expensive that I would never go to as well?
The least? Iowa?
Nope.
Oh.
Good old Mississippi, right in the South. No, thank you. I'll keep on driving and go to Louisiana.
Oh my goodness.
I can't do it. I can't do the South. But yeah, I found that a little appalling, because they were expected to get up to $9 in California. And I'm just like, goodness. I mean, you might as well walk to work.
Right.
I don't know. We should just be remote. Yeah. Period. We really should just be remote.
I definitely sit for that.
And you know, my job, I work in a bank, and they're giving us like little stipends for gas. What is $25 gonna do?
That's better than not getting anything. Right. What about companies that's not giving us anything? I think that is awesome for your job to do that.
They're offering ice cream as well. Keep the ice cream and give me another 10. I don't need an ice cream sandwich.
Wow, to cool you down.
No,
I just told you temperatures
cool
are high
with my AC.
I think that's awesome, though.
I appreciate it, you know, but a lot of things can be offset by just making little snips and changes, and I feel like a lot of companies are going to start seeing that. Like I feel like they are. There's going to be some changes.
What type of stipend? Like, is that in every paycheck, or are they giving it to you once a week? How are they offering it to you?
It's periodically. It's not.
Okay, we are outside, you guys, and I just heard something behind me. I'm like, what the heck is that? But that's a bird that wanted to be inside of our footage.
If it comes in, I'm out of here. The Blair Witch Project for real.
Right, absolutely. But I'm sorry, you said how often do they get that?
It is periodically. It's not every 2 weeks or every month thing. I mean, just the fact that we get it, you know, makes a difference, because that kind of helps when you got to pay for groceries. Right. Tamika, call me. Or if you got to pay for, you know, just healthcare and, you know, just different things that we need in everyday life. Yeah, it's not just, you know, gas. You know, you need tissue and soap and Febreze and detergent and toilet paper. All of these things we need to have some kind of relief from. But I feel like they got y'all. I'm gonna say y'all because I didn't get one. They got y'all with the stimulus. They gelled you up real good. Yep. And then they just said, you know what, I'm gonna take it back by doing this.
Absolutely.
And that's where the offset was.
I would definitely.
And I said that last year. I said they're gonna get that back. They're gonna recoup those funds. They're gonna do this. I stood strong on that 10 toes down because I believed it, and we're seeing it now.
And not only that,
I hope y'all save some.
Not only that, we have been nurtured to believe that nothing is for free. There is nothing for free. Even in our government, there's nothing for free. And I stand with you. I know for a fact in my heart of heart that this is the way they're getting that money back. It was not a free gift. It was a loan. It was a loan. And now we want our money back, and we come in with a vengeance, because you cannot tell me that all of these situations that are happening are because of the gas prices for a war that we are supposedly not to be a part of. No, I don't. Everything's affected by that. The plant that makes the baby formula has now closed yet again, but y'all are out here pushing that nobody can have an abortion. If you can't have abortions, if you keep making these people have their babies, how are they going to feed them when you got plants that's closing down that produces the formula?
I
Like,
was
let it
that.
make sense. I don't
is
get it.
worthy.
I don't get it. So it's such a shortage everywhere because of this plan that has happened that the government has done, which they called a pandemic.
Right.
And now it has caused people to lose jobs. Now companies don't even want to homes, cars, just their whole livelihood. Now companies don't want to hire a lot of people back, even though they have help wanted signs, because that's what you have to do per policy. But are you hiring? No. You know why? Because we found out we can work these 3 or 4 people the same way we were working 6 and 7. So why are we going to why are we going to need them? Why are we going to do that? True. Why are we going to do that? So, you know, it's just a lot that's going on. We got to learn how to make it work. Listen, if you can still stay home and your kids, parents, y'all got to be very, very sensitive. I don't care that they're 18 years old. It's not the time to throw them out. It's not. It's not.
If they're 27, I don't want an adult anymore. I think I changed my mind.
Me too,
I think I want to stay with somebody.
Home?
We split the rent. You stay upstairs, I stay downstairs, and vice versa. Because this is just really not the time. Like, if you're a single person and you're making it out here, kudos to you, because it is hard. If you're fighting with your man, he go in one room and you go in a room with your kid. Like, make it work, because this is not the time to be out here trying to be grown and an adult and do things by yourself. It's really not worth it. You'll find yourself in such a backwards hole before you see yourself flourishing, because that's what it's about to be for the next 2 years. Instead of getting yourself set up for the future, it's just going to keep putting you further and further and further in debt.
Yes. And don't be ashamed to be able to stay with someone. I'm not going to say I wish, but if I was in a position where I had to, I would hope that I was able to do that with someone, that we could come together and be like, listen, let's make this thing work. I don't give a darn about what nobody think about. Oh, they're too old to be living with their parents. Oh, too bad, because I'm living happy and I'm over here eating this steak while y'all over there trying to figure it out.
And the people that's out here living and doing the most and flexing and flaunting are sleeping on someone else's couch, and you know nothing about it. So when somebody comes in your face flashing this, or you see these females on Instagram doing this for a trip and what have you, you never know what somebody's doing behind the scenes. They're just going to show you what looks pretty and glamorous. So you got to do what's for you. Don't be ashamed.
Absolutely.
Get your bags together until you can come up, because right now this is just not the time to be trying to wild out.
One thing people know about me, flex, right? A few people, I'm sorry, I gotta fan myself. A few people might know about me. I love nice things, not pricey things, not designer things. I'm not really a fan of designer things. I can find a knockoff that's so cute to me. I'm just telling you, that's me. I can care less about a designer bag. For what? Who's seeing it? I don't care about that. If I see a bag I like, even if it's a designer, I can go get one. I know I can go and get one. But if I choose just to get this bag because it's cute, I'm gonna rock that bag. If it has the same emblem and it looked just like it, I'm gonna rock that bag. I don't care. I know, I'm so serious. And Dom, I know you are. My daughter hates that about me, like, Mom, because that's what I'm going to do. And I know that I can afford that bag if I want to spend that. I just can't bring myself to give somebody that much money to carry that bag. It ain't going to go with everything.
It ain't.
I'm not, and I know some people do it as an investment.
How do you know if it's a real
You don't really know if it's a real
because
thing.
Because they make the real fake things as well.
Absolutely. And I love them. And I thank you for the people who makes knockoffs. I thank y'all because you would definitely get my business. Now there's some things that if I want, I'm going to go ahead and purchase because that's what I want, but I'm not doing it because it's the end thing that everybody wear or everybody's carrying.
I'm so
and you have to wear this if you have, to show how much money you make. No, let's show how much money, how broke you are.
That you just spent. That's how broke you are.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not doing all that. But I don't even know how we got off the subject, but I want to come back and give you guys a couple of tips on how to possibly save on your gas. A few things you can consider is walking and biking. Hey,
not in heels. I go to work every day.
Walk and bike.
These are flip-flops.
Yes,
and then change them when I get to work.
Absolutely. These are just some things. A lot of times we might live next to the store and we so used to driving when you actually can walk. I'm saying some people live close enough to a store where they can walk, where you don't actually have to drive your vehicle, or you can take a bike. Going electric, get an electric car. That could be an option for you, or get on one of those electric scooters. scooters. That's all over the place. You can find them on the ground anywhere. Stick the card in and get to going. Using public transportation. That's an option for some people. You have bus lines that go right to your job, right to your apartment. Some of you might say, I don't ride a bus, but I tell you what, if you want to save on gas, that might be a good option for you. At least 2 days out the week.
Yes.
Maybe 2 days out the week. You don't necessarily have to do 3.
And the bus has air conditioning.
Right. Absolutely. See,
Find a positive.
We got it. Filling up more often. So when you get to a half tank, start to fill your car up again instead of waiting till it gets low. And then now you're paying for more gas.
Right.
And also not driving so fast.
Oh,
you know what? When you don't drive that fast, guess what? You don't burn.
Gas.
Absolutely.
Slow down.
Check your back of your trunk. See what's in there, because if you got a lot of stuff in that trunk, that's weighing you down too, and that's extra, pullage that you have pulling from that gas.
Okay.
Take fewer trips shopping. It's going to save you on gas, and it's also going to save you on the need and the wants. You don't really need those shoes. You want them, but you don't really need them. Take advantage of free gas promotions. Now, I haven't seen this anywhere, but obviously it's out there somewhere. I guess the gas stations offer points and stuff you can get back. And
wait a minute, Wawa does. I'm a Wawa member and rewards member, and they give you 15 cents. And that day, I pumped $20.
Look at that! Look at that!
$20. My car was not even in half.
That's a promotion.
It's a promotion. You gotta take every little bit you can get.
So go to gas stations that offer those type of promotions. Cancel road trips. If you know that you have to drive to California and it was just something that you wanted, not something that you needed to do, cancel it. Hold it off, for a little while until the gas prices go down. Ride share. There's a lot of ride shares out there. Yes. There's the Uber. There's actual companies that actually have ride shares where you can meet at commuter parking lots, and you can get in those parking lots and drive. And the all familiar one that we used to do back in the day, you split the cost with your friends.
You do.
If you get in this car, have your duckies ready to get out.
Period.
Everybody's splitting the cost. Like seriously.
Of everything.
Right.
Of
like
the gas.
You have to go back to that.
Parking garage.
Yes, everything.
Everybody's in a crunch.
Right.
Don't feel like somebody has something just because they always do this or they have that or they don't have as many expenses as you. Everybody split, or we just gonna go separate and both with gas.
Period. And don't ask them, hey, did you need anything? Yes, you already know. As soon as you got in this car, you know you didn't drive, so you know I need some gas because gas prices are high. If you're under a rock, get from under it, because that's the only explanation you can have for not knowing that these gas prices are where they're at. Get your money out. Hey, don't say, hey, I don't have no cash. You should have went to the bank.
You should have went
to the bank. No, don't cash at me. Don't cash at me, because if I pull it out early, that's another 29-30 cents. I'm not. No. Now I'm losing that $15 you're gonna give me.
And go
get that money. If you knew that they were supposed to come and get you at 5 o'clock, let me go to the bank early and grab this money for my girl, because she's at least driving.
Go to 7-Eleven and get ones.
Yes.
I only got a 20. I'm taking a 20 because you should have went and got change when you went and bought a pack of gum. That upsets me. I only got a 50, girl. Why are you coming here with $50?
Yeah, let me get that 50, and then I'll give you change at the end. How about that? So I bet you will never bring another 50 again. You're gonna have the right amount. No, but you have to be respectful.
You do.
And honestly, that is a good way to help on gas. If I drive this week, everybody, puts gas in my car for wherever we're going. Right. You drive next week, we all put gas in your car. Like seriously, at this point, it ain't about if you got to ask for it, you ain't got it. I don't. I don't, because I'm logging four y'all around and y'all weighing down my car. Right. I don't have it. If it was just me, it'd be $10
and then more. My oil change, and then my tires, and then
the time for just driving. No. That's a lot. You got to pay attention to the road while y'all back there taking selfies and doing all the other things.
I'm done driving as of last year. I'm not driving. I'm not inviting. I just
That's a whole nother show.
I am the gas money queen. Don't worry about it.
But those are just a few tips that you guys can take with you, just to, try to help, save on the gas a little bit.
Right.
We are running out of time, but we're trying to cram everything in, because this is only like a 30-minute show, or it's supposed to be, or conversation. But I do want to make a point that the Ohio governor just signed a bill, you guys, that he recommends school employees to be armed.
Ooh.
Do you sip to that, or do you not give a sip?
Oh man, I don't give a sip. I don't. People are crazy as hell. Whether you're a teacher, a pastor, a librarian, a barista, I don't want my child in a classroom with you and you had a bad day with your husband, Karen. I don't want Paul over there reading and then little Naisha gets upset and he might lose it. You don't want to actually assume that people are going to do this. You also don't want to assume that they're going to be protectors. I don't want my child in that classroom. That's not going to work for me. I feel like there should be other forms of maybe, I don't know how you can prevent it, because I mean, you don't want to tase kids either, but you also don't want to wait till it's too late, like we saw in Uvalde, Texas. But for just a person to just have a gun, are they doing these 50 questions that you do when you get a job? Are they, true to those questions? Is their mental space right? Are they? No more than I trust a cop that becomes a cop when he is, signed and sworn in. I don't trust just a human to be carrying a gun in my child's third grade classroom. Like, I don't feel safe.
Wow. As much as I agree, I never thought about what you're saying, and you made very, very valid points. And I would hope that they would have it organized in a way that, possibly everybody has to be, or to go under some type of examination. But I hope while you're a teacher, you have some kind of sense with you. But you just never know.
With students and touching little kids and taking pictures. So
you're right.
They're, no different than a celebrity, just a human, and
just a human who has human errors.
Young Thug and Gunna got in these situations. They're just human. They just make money, but or a pastor's touching them little boys, them little Catholic. I don't trust a teacher just
to have a gun. Well,
I would hope they could protect them, but what if you get scared and you let off on a class and you didn't need to?
That's very,
because
very
people
true.
They tense up when they get, I just
afraid. Well, I'm going to sip to that. I think it would be something very, very useful, and I think, in my opinion, that why shouldn't we be armed? Because if somebody else does come in there, at least you'll be able to fight back. You can't fight back with chalk. I can't throw an eraser at them. I can't fight that with a bullet. But at least if I have a gun, or all the teachers or the principal, whoever has those type of weapons, at least we'll be armed. So if somebody does come in the classroom, you may, because just depending on how it happens, you may have the advantage to be able to shoot back, or another teacher can come from a classroom and try to shoot something.
Well, what if the teacher's in the back of the classroom helping little Erica, and the gun is at the desk, and little crazy Texas boy walks in and then he starts spraying you? That gun served you no purpose at that point.
And you're right, but that can happen anywhere. That happens to people who has guns, period. You could be in your home and that's the same type of situation that can happen. However, that teacher wouldn't be the only one that has guns, because if everybody in the school is armed, he's going to get sprayed somehow. He's going to get it.
Quiet as that school was, and no one heard him.
I get it, but I just feel like, again, as your points were very valid. Yeah, your points are valid. And you're right. What if a teacher just go off, or a kid get to that gun? It's a lot of what coulds and anything that can happen. But to maybe, when people know you have something, that kind of deters them a little bit. So if they know, like, the whole school is armed, every teacher carrying and packing, your chances of coming in there might be next to zero versus you coming in there. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
well, you could be a sniper like that John guy in 2008, and you just, shoot at the school. I mean, it's crazy that it could just happen anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter what scenery you're at. It can happen, but in a classroom, no. I just, you got kids that's 16, 18, like what grade level is this? Because you got 16-year-olds coming to school with guns. You got 18-year-olds coming to school with guns. You got a fifth grader that had a threat like the very next day. You got people. So it's like, what age? And then where is the gun? Is it in the drawer? Is there a key, or is it just open so you can get it real quick? And then what if the little boy gets mad because he wants to, pass out math books like my stepkid and start instead of throwing books, he grabs the gun. Like,
that's very true. That's very true.
That is very scary. That's a hard one.
Yeah. Well,
there's always pros and cons.
Yeah.
So tell us what you guys think.
Yes, please let us know what you think. We're going to post that under our comments, and we would like to know what you think, and we'll share that on our next show. One last thing before we close.
Okay.
Did you hear about what happened at Yellowstone National Park?
So I did, only because when I opened my phone today, that's the first thing that popped up. But my cousins and I were discussing going to Yellowstone because, like you were saying, I'm out of the trip fever. I'm so out of it. I could care. Most people are like, "Oh, I want to go see water." I get that, but I just feel safer home versus so far, which is backwards for anyone because most
Right.
people want to be international. But I kind of just want to chill now. I'm a little worried, and I just keep telling her I'm taking my passport everywhere. I'm doing this. I did it in Mexico. Like I'm very cautious. I'm 95 pounds. If you grab me, I gotta run and I gotta get back. And when I said I want to do something different, my cousin goes, "Oh, let's go to Yellowstone National Park." I'm like, "Oh, lit."
That would be cool.
And then I Google, Yellowstone, and I see this woman get thrown 25 feet in the air trying to touch a bison. Now, she was trying to do something for her Instagram photos or what have you, but she is not even 25 years old and she is in the hospital for severe injuries. So
Wow.
I don't know if, maybe somebody in the FBI heard me talking to my cousin, but when I open my phone, I see flooding in Yellowstone National Park.
Unbelievable.
And I didn't get it.
Unbelievable. I saw that as well. And I literally saw a house like that was pulled off of the pavement and it was floating away, just floating away.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's so many mountains and hills
and rocky
yeah,
terrain.
yeah.
Like,
so how does that happen? Man,
Jesus is saying, I'm tired of this.
Yes,
he's tired. He's tired.
And we are fading out and fading in. But yeah, it's a lot going on. And for that to happen there, it's just unheard of and it's unreal,
right?
And the just to know that was somewhere that you were thinking about going, and now that's not even an option right now.
No,
because
well, I'm sure they're going to try to repair it, but
yeah.
I'm just passed now. You know how you eat something, you're like, oh, that didn't sit well, you just passed. Like, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go now. So I even told my cousin we can do something even smaller, do you want to go to Chicago? Maybe we can go to Tennessee.
Don't go to Chicago right now either.
Well, it's something. Yeah. Don't go to Philly. Don't go to Philly
right now.
Don't go to Florida either. I mean, Iowa might be
definitely not going there.
I don't know. I feel like we're running out of states.
Yeah, and I mean, stay home. Just stay home.
Have a picnic at the beach in your hometown.
Absolutely.
Because being close to home, I mean, it's probably the safest thing for everybody right now. As oxymoronic as that is, because somebody can just bust up in your house.
Absolutely.
God forbid, but just stay close to home, stay close to your family, and just keep in touch with everybody because people crazy.
People are really losing it.
And check on your family because they're losing marbles too.
Absolutely.
Check on your family. You might have to put them in an institution to get well, but check on your family because some people are going through a lot.
They are. Well, I think we packed all the punches today. There are a couple more things that I wanted to go over, but I want to save those for Sashay.
Okay.
So Sashay, you guys, she's not with us today. Yes. She couldn't make it today. But Lord willing, next week she'll be back with us.
Yes.
And we can entertain the other two conversations that we had going on. I just rather for it to be all of us here.
Yes.
We have a lot going on, you guys. First, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in again. We are outside tonight because it was so beautiful out.
Yes.
Sorry if it's a little dark and pitchy in between the screening, but that's just what it is. We'll get it right. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in as you always do. Make sure you reach out and tell a friend about Sip to That. We have so much happening right now. And I'm telling you, if you don't grab on now, you're just going to be lost. I'll be posting something. If we don't meet our maximum of what we're trying to do, which is growing right now for what we're trying to do, we have a lot of women that have connected with us. So if we meet our mark, I won't be able to extend it outside of where we're at right now. You have to catch back on a little later. But we do have some great things coming up. We are so excited.
We are. Let me add, you're welcome to come to events, of course.
Yeah.
You're always invited to the SIP. It's just that the membership has been closed once we reached our maximum, but we appreciate your consideration of us. But we have merchandise if you're interested. We have a new thing coming soon, the secret that I've been holding for like 3 weeks now. And we just pray for you guys out there and hope that you keep us in prayer. Say good things because God is listening.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you for just sipping with us. Honestly, like we're on year 4 and life is still good.
Absolutely. Well, again, we have filled our glasses and we hope that we have emptied yours. And we thank you guys for tuning in for another week of I'll Sip to That. So we're going to sign off and we hope that you have a blessed week. We'll see you guys again in another week or so
Right.
For our next taping. If you have any requests, any comments, please go to our Instagram at sip_2. That's TO_that. Or you can always DM us, or on Facebook, you can instant message us. Also, you can go to our email at sipping2018@yahoo.com. We look forward to seeing you guys. And until then, we always close out with put your glasses in the air and say, I'll sip to that. See you guys next time.
Is it done?